The other major story tonight, the new threat from North Korea. The escalating war of words, North Korea now threatening missile tests every week. Vice President Mike Pence visiting the heavily fortified border, warning North Korea and reminding them about the U.S. strike in Syria and the U.S. bomb dropped in Afghanistan a week later. And late today, our correspondent asking President Trump, what's next? ABC's Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz reporting from South Korea tonight.
Tonight, a defiant North Korea pledging to conduct missile tests on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis, accusing the White House of pushing the situation there to the brink of war.
The thermonuclear war may break out at any moment on the peninsula.
But now, from President Trump, a blunt warning.
Any message from North Korea?
You gotta behave.
In Pyongyang this weekend, Kim Jong Un's military might on full display, including what appeared to be a new long-range ballistic missile, canisters of green camo mounted on huge transporters. But amid that show of force, an embarrassing failure, a botched missile test, the weapon exploding seconds after launch. And tonight, questions about whether it was cyber-sabotaged by the U.S.
There's a very strong belief that the Americans, through cyber methods, have been successful on several occasions in interrupting these sort of tests and making them fail.
Tensions between the U.S. and North Korea now at a dangerous high.
North Korea is a problem. The problem will be taken care of.
But just what that means, unclear.
The era of strategic patience is over.
In South Korea, Vice President Pence visiting the demilitarized zone, delivering a warning of his own.
Just in the past 2 weeks, the world witnessed the strength and resolve of our new president in actions taken in Syria and Afghanistan. North Korea would do well not to test his resolve.
Nearly 30,000 American troops are currently stationed in South Korea. We visited one key base just 48 miles from the border. Here, they are at the ready. Their slogan, fight tonight.
There aren't many places I go into where it says fight tonight in giant letters.
Absolutely.
It's a little frightening.
Absolutely. But for us, it's our day-to-day training because we don't know when that call is going to come.
As for the commander-in-chief, late today when the White House was pressed on whether action was coming on North Korea, Press Secretary Sean Spicer saying the president holds his cards close to the vest.
I don't think that you're going to see the president drawing red lines in the sand.
Today, when asked his next move, President Trump with just a two-word answer: you'll see.
And so let's get to our Chief Global Affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, joining us now from Seoul, South Korea tonight. And Martha, we heard the vice president there saying the world witnessed the strength of our new president and actions taken in Syria, and then a week later in Afghanistan. Many back here at home likely wondering tonight, is North Korea next?
Well, that is a message he wants North Korea to hear, but also China. The vice president said he and President Trump have great confidence in China, but if they don't pressure North Korea in a meaningful way, the U.S. and its allies will, David.
But Martha, you heard the president today. Make no mistake, he's not revealing anything here.
He is not going to tell anybody what he's doing next, David.
All right, Martha Raddatz reporting in from South Korea. I want to get right to retired Marine Colonel Stephen Ganyard. And Steve, great to have you back with us. First, this new threat from North Korea tonight, the threat to carry out weekly tests. Could they even pull this off?
David, they test for two reasons. The first is to develop new missiles, but they also want to stay on the world stage and stay in people's minds, and so they use old missiles. In 2016, they did that an average of once every 2 weeks, so once a week is not unreasonable.
The world was watching, though, as you know, Steve, over the weekend for any possible nuclear test. How real is that part of the threat?
It's very real, David. Intelligence analysts have been using satellite overhead imagery to look at this mountainous region where North Korea conducts its underground nuclear tests. They've declared it primed and ready to go. So the next step is all up to Kim. If he lights off that nuke, then he's doing it in direct defiance of the United States. If not, well, we know that he's blinked.
All right, Colonel Ganyard with us again tonight. Steve, thank you.